Hello everybody, and welcome back to Throwback Thursday. And I was originally going to work on a sketch, but then I had so many questions about my layout that I did for 4th of July that I have switched it up a little bit, and we're going to talk about that layout that I did on 4th of July. And for those of you who want to know specifically how I made this layout, I am going to be remaking this layout using different scraps on Friday for my crop-in tomorrow. So if you want to join us tomorrow, I'm going to show everybody how I made this layout. But this is the 4th of July layout in case you haven't seen my reel that I posted. And this is what I would call a statement page. And I like doing statement pages, so I do a lot of statement pages in my books. But the question is there's only 2 photos on here. So let's talk about that for a minute. I could easily have put my title on top of Peekaboo Pockets, and then I could have put Peekaboo Pockets on here, and that could have given me, 2 on top, 2 on the bottom side of the top, and 2. So I could have had 6 photos on this side. I could easily split these into 2 3x4s, which would give me 4. And then if you stack that, I could get as many as 12 pictures on this page. Or probably what I will do is these will be 2 of my most special pictures that I want to highlight. And then I will make a companion page that will go next to it that will have a lot more photos. And that's what we're going to do today. I am going to take this and I'm going to turn it into a companion page, which will allow for a lot more pictures. So that's what we're going to do today. But I did want you to see, so at the end, we'll be able to match them up. So let me move that out of the way. And this is going to be very quick and easy. That's pretty much what my companion pages are. And I am a engineer by trade. I'm a computer engineer, and so I like things very grid-like, symmetrical. So that is what I'm actually going to do today, is create a grid. And these are going to be the different layers. So I will put this here to the side, so hopefully you're going to be able to see it. I'm going to start with my base page, which is going to be red, and I want to cut out a frame. Basically, I want to gut the inside of this because I might use the inside for something else and we don't need it. So I'm just going to cut a 1-inch frame. For those of you that don't know, from this white line to the edge is 1 inch. So if we line the edge of the casing to the edge of my paper and start cutting down till this edge reaches the end of my paper, then that's 1 inch. So I line it up at the 1 inch mark. I start at the top at that end, and I go to the bottom at that end, and I rotate it. And I'm going to do this for all 4 sides. That will remove the inside. I can use this for mats or for something else, so I'll move that to the side. This will become the base. Now, the next square that I'm going to do is blue, and I want to have a little bit of a frame, so I'm going to cut that to 11 by 11. So I'm basically just cutting 1 inch off of both sides. Again, this becomes scrap, and this becomes scrap. So this will go on top of my red frame, but again, I don't need the center of this. So again, I'm going to cut a 1 inch frame. So again, I'm going to the edge of my paper, to the edge, and I'm going to do this 4 times. This I can use for scrap, for mats. This will get layered on top like this. And then the last layer that I need is my white square, and I'm going to make it 10.5 by 10.5, which means I'm cutting off 1.5 inches on both sides. All right, so that is going to be my base page. I can bring in my mat. Now, I saw another consultant do this, and I thought this is such a great idea because my mats always got so messy, but she used her low tack tape, which you can use over and over again, to adhere her paper to the mat so it didn't slide around. So I'm starting to use that method, and I actually really like it quite a lot. So that's what I'm doing there. Bring this in so you can see it. And then I'm just going to go around the edges of my frame, and I'm going to center this, and it's basically 1/2 inch all the way around, like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my last page. All right, that is my base page. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to come back to my scraps. And I am looking for squares that are going to be, that I can cut to 3x3s. And I want to choose squares that will match with this page. So if I push this page to the side, that one might match. This one for sure will match. It's actually the back side of that. I have red. What else do I have in here? I need a lighter color. So I'm just looking through this bag of scraps to see what I have. I was trying to find this one, but I don't see a scrap of that. I have a scrap of red. I do need some lighter colors. Definitely have that one in there. Just looking, before I cut into my big pieces of paper, I'm looking at scraps first. I think I have this one, which I think will work. That looks like about all that I have right now. So let's cut some of these squares. And we're going to cut them at 3x3. Trying to give myself room here. So again, I'm cutting 3x3 squares. I'm just going to cut a couple from each of my papers that I have sitting here. We're going to need 9 total. And I'm just getting a mix of them because I don't want them all to be the same, because we had the other side which was not the same. I need one more, but I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet. So let's just put these on here. And I'm trying to spread out my colors and my plaids. So it will look like this, and I need one more up here. I'm just trying to figure out what color I want it to be. So sometimes when you're not quite sure, if I bring back in my companion page, we can start to see, I think I need a darker blue is what's missing. So I'm looking through my scraps to see if I can find a darker blue. I kind of like this one, even though I don't have it in here. It's the right dimensions, and it's the dark blue, and it's got firecrackers on it. So actually I have enough for 2 squares. Let's see. What do we think? I kind of like that. I like the firecrackers because that's what this page is fireworks, not crackers, fireworks. So it's going to pull that in. So when these sit side by side on my page, it's going to look like this, which I like very much. So that's what we're going to use. So I can move all of these scraps back into my scrap bag, so that next time I need patriotic papers, I can just pull them out really quickly and easily. And then I'm going to bring in my ruler, because my ruler is what's going to help me to make sure I have everything straight. And I'm lining it up right about 1 1/4. And then I'm going to go in about 1/2 inch from the edges. And that should line me up just about even. Just making sure everything is going to work perfectly. All right, so now all we have to do is align our squares. And I do use repositionable just in case I get to the end and realize, oh, I need to move everything over just a tad. And then I'm going to come up to the top here. I'm going to do the same thing up here. This is why I use repositionable, just in case I need to get it just a titch over. The rest of these are okay. All right. So now I need my mats, and my pictures need to be about 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I am just going to trim off just a little bit on each side. And then it's just a matter of where we're going to put our photos. And I might do it like this. That would be fun. And then that gives me some places to carry on my embellishments. So I did have some leftover stars. So I would probably put some stars on here. So I've got one low, I've got one high. So I would probably put one down here low. I might not even put this red one here. I might just do kind of like that better. These are just leftover stars that I had from all of the patriotic pages that I have done, right? And then I probably will do like just a splattering here maybe, because that's kind of in the same area. I keep all of my patriotic stuff together in a folder just so that I have it really handy. So I would probably grab out my stickers here. And this was the 250th, so I would look through all of my stickers. And you guys, I can't tell you what the packets are from. I just put all of my stickers together. That has Party Like It's 1776. So that might work. Just looking. Don't really see. Let me see in this stack. I have 2 sets here. So I'm looking through here. July 4th. Here's a good one. So that might go up here. And I might do it kind of cockeyed maybe. So since I don't really know where I'm going to put my embellishments, I will take the stick off so that I can move it around and it won't stick to my paper. So that's definitely something that I would do. Don't really like the white on the white. That's what's causing me problems here. So I might move it down. That red is a little bit a darker shade of red, so I like all my stuff to touch. And I can tell you right now, looking at that, I would put dashed lines around it probably. So I don't mind this because this kind of goes with here. And so I actually have more room for another picture. So I might even do another picture here. And then I need one more wordy bit, I think, to go down here. Let's see. I mean, I might just do something simple like USA, although that says United States of America up there. Freedom. Celebrate United States of America and freedom, maybe? Do we like freedom? What else do I have? Just looking, home, liberty, blessed, home. I think I like freedom, so let's just do this one. All I'm doing is I'm just trying to embellish my squares a little bit. So this one would probably go here, like this. I kind of like it doubled there. So maybe something like that. Maybe. Just trying to use what I have without having to go back to my Cricut and cut something else. This has red gems, so I would definitely add some red gems in. Let me see, what else do I have? What about sticker letters? I have another binder here of sticker letters. So this is where I'm auditioning. And you guys, I talk all the time about auditioning your embellishments, auditioning things so you get an idea. I have some red stickers. That's a nice, bright, fun red. Let's see what we think of this. And I'm just lightly putting them down. I am not sticking them. I'm mostly putting them on the cardstock because cardstock won't rip. It won't get messed up on your paper. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. So when I don't know how I feel about something, normally what I will do is I will leave it on my desk and I live with it for a minute. I finish, I'll stick down my other little embellishments. I'll stick down all of my pictures. And I just live with it for a minute and I think, do I like it? Now remember, this is the companion page. We spent a lot of time on this page, so I'm trying not to spend a lot of time on this page. So I don't hate it, which is a good thing. Sometimes I don't like them at all. I need one more photo to go up there. And this now becomes my companion page. And it's quick and easy. So now I have my two big statement photos. I can put peekaboo pockets behind them if I wanted. And then I have a space for 9. You could do 9 photos on here. I probably won't. I'll probably leave at least 3 that don't have. I might do 4 that don't have. I don't know. I might even leave this one open maybe. Probably I'll go this way. Kind of like that better, I think. So I love that. And then the last thing that I would do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add some stitching around the edges. I'm just going to go right around the edge of this page because I feel like the stitching will help tie all of the quilt look over on the other side. So I'm just really quickly, there is no rhyme or reason for me. I am not exact. If you want to get exact, you can absolutely get a ruler out and be exact, but for those of you that don't know, I'm a house of boys. My boys will never notice if these are not straight or not. And I feel like if people notice that, then I did not do a good job on my page, because my page, the photos should always be the heroes. So hopefully when you look at my page, that's what you see first are my photos. But I'll just go all the way around and finish it. And I'm not disliking the America. I think the America might just work, and it's quick and easy, and it's a companion page, and it has a lot of photos on there, and it ties in with my statement page. And so I think that it's going to be okay. Let me move my mat out of the way, and let me just put this side by side so you can see what it will look like in total. So that's what I'm going to have on this page. It is going to be quick. It is going to be easy. I will have to finish this up. I probably will stitch around that white and do something with my embellishments here, but you guys get the idea of what I'm doing. So that is it. That will then sit in my album. It ties. It's using the same prints from this side over onto this side. I like it. I'm pretty happy with it. I might add white stitching around the edge here, but probably not. If I have the blue stitching in the middle, that's probably going to be good for me. I like it. So yeah, so that's it. So what did we do? I just made a simple grid. This is what I did. I took my blue, I cut it to 11 by 11. I gutted out my red first so that it's just a 1-inch frame. And then I took the blue, I cut it 11 by 11 and gutted it, a 1-inch frame. And then I cut my white 10.5 by 10.5. Then I went through my scraps and I found squares that matched the papers on my statement page side, cut them 3 by 3, and now it's just a matter of laying out my photos and decorating the extra squares however I want to decorate them, and putting a second title on here that says Celebrate. In my case, I'm saying Celebrate America. And then I kind of don't like, I just realized this has America and this has America. So I kind of don't like 2 Americas on there. So I'll either change out the stickers or I'll change out that sticker. I kind of like that sticker because it has the date, 1776. So I don't know. I may just change this out because, again, I don't want it to be duplicated. Maybe I'll say Celebrate Together. I could just not put a title on at all and just leave it as Celebrate. So these are the things that I will do off camera, but I just wanted to show you quick and easy how you can take a statement page and put a companion page next to it that has lots and lots of photos so that you don't feel like you don't have enough photos. Now, I did cut my photos down to 3 by 3. I don't have an issue with that, especially if I'm doing fireworks page, because a 3 by 3 will work. But these don't have to be like that, right? You could make these a bigger square, bigger photos. You could overlap your photos and your squares. So it just gives you a kind of a wide open landscape when you go to a grid to be able to use and incorporate a lot more photos into your layout. So that's it. That's what I have for you for Throwback Thursday. If you want to find out how we made this statement page, then I hope to see you at my crop-in tomorrow. And other than that, I hope everybody has a great rest of the week, and I will talk to you soon. All right, bye. Hi, everybody. I just wanted to come back to you really quick and just show you kind of what I did on this page. After I had gone ahead and adhered everything down and put the blue dash lines, I still felt like we were missing. And the reason we were missing on this white page is this page has a lot of movement. With the angles and the rays going in every which way, it had a lot of movement, but this was still sitting and feeling very static to me. So I did go ahead and add that white dash line around it, and as soon as I did that, it elevated the entire layout spread and it tied it all in perfectly. The other little thing that I did was I went ahead and I added another little banner right under here, and that just ties back in some more of the paper from this side. I also added the red gems, which again corresponds with this side, and then my stars. So in the end, it's an easy companion page. It allows me to put a lot more pictures on this spread. Remember, we can use peekaboo pockets underneath all of these photos. If we even have more photos, we can put another one of the smaller little fold over photo sleeves if we had even more photos. Sometimes I'll do that in the center when I have a statement print. So there's just lots of other options that you can use to add more photos when you're dealing with a statement page. So I just wanted to come back and kind of explain a little bit of what I added back into the page. All right, you guys have a great Thursday. Bye.